Wassail. We're peeping ahead. I'm just smudging to give you a chance to all come flooding in. Just noticed a plant. Just there that I don't think I notice when I'm in the room, because I'm always looking in a different direction. So we're going to be looking at Pluto in Aquarius. Wassail, eat me. I'm very delicious. Yeah, Pluto in Aquarius. I feel like I've written Saturn. We did Saturn the other day in Pisces. Wassail, dark fire dragon. So that's enough waving of the Palo Santo. I'm also wearing Palo Santo oil. So, Wassail, fire of Marduk. So I am here. Oh look, there's 11 of you and only 3 likes. Come on people, 12, 3 likes. It's only a quarter of you liking me. Boo-hoo. Thumbs up. So, I've got 3 of you in the chat and you can chat amongst yourselves. Hooray! 6 likes now. 15 people. Still not over half people. Wassail, leave. Sneaking in. Wassail, Holly. Wassail, Sacred Tear. Wassail, Kelly Rose. Wassail, Michelin Taylor. So yeah, I'm doing this peeping ahead thing at the moment. Yeah, exactly. The faster you like, the faster you find me, the further I go. So, yes, Pluto in Saturn, it's a biggie. It's a massive energy. And I wanted to really just deliver some kind of feeling towards it. Wassail. I was going to say Kathy then, but she's not here. It's Eve. It's because you're about to meet. I've got that sense that you're already together. I've got some tea. I've got green tea with Muna, which is Andean mint, but I need to take tea bags out because I don't like it to get too much tannin. Wassail, Margaret Hughes. So yeah, we're looking at Pluto in Aquarius because it's a massive energy. Pluto arrived in Capricorn, dodgy old Capricorn, in terms of when Pluto's there. It's all that energy. Wassail, Parry. It arrived there in 2008 and it's been troubling since then. So what happens when Pluto goes into Aquarius is it shifts into the notion of social structures and politics becoming taken very seriously. And it's usually when we confront control. And I'm all for confronting some control at the moment. It's about individuality and equality. It's about friendships and it's about group associations. Wassail, Francesca. So, I've got lots of notes to begin with while you all gather. So the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was 1778 to 1798. So it's like 20 years. And although it will arrive in Aquarius, it will retrograde back into Capricorn briefly, which is on the 11th of June to the 21st of January 2024. And then it will come back And then again, it dives out between the 1st of September and the 19th of November 2024. But the point is, Pluto reaches Aquarius and it knows its new energy. It knows where it's going, and it pops back just to get hold of some of that control and break it down a bit more. It's going to be interesting. Cartoon cards are useless. Hello, Tarot Destroyer. It's a long time since I've seen you. I think last time it was in Mexico, and you just were really annoying. So if you can't play nicely, don't play, because we're talking about Pluto in Aquarius, and it'll get you. It'll get you for your meanness, because that's not the energy moving forward. You have to let go. You really do. And I really, I always feel for you people, because you're stuck and we're fluid and we're having a good time and you're not, clearly. So, but yeah, I do remember you. You made me feel a bit, well, you made me laugh last time because you were so upset and so determined and you won't win. So yeah, we're looking at Pluto in Aquarius. Now, what I don't want to say, I've got a nice little area here. Last time it was there, it was the ratification of the US Constitution. It was also the Industrial Revolution. It was the vindication of the rights of women by Mary Wollstonecraft was published. And it was also the French Revolution. So monarchs, watch out for your heads. It's not like when planets return, they repeat the same thing. They don't. But what they do is they ask you how you got on with what you decided upon last time. And it asks you to stand up to those energies. So we're looking at the fact that when Pluto was in Capricorn, Capricorn is ruled by both Saturn, which is structure, and Gaia, Uranus. Oh, sorry, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is structure. I've put them the wrong way round. When it's in Aquarius, it's ruled by Saturn again, which is structure, but also Gaia, Uranus, which is changing the structures of everything. It's this energy of social structures and politics being reviewed by us, the collective. So it's great energy. I'm excited about it. Wassail, High Priestess. Wassail, blessed be the best. Oh, someone get rid of Polobeneski if that's the same thing. Tarot Destroyer will mess up your internet connection. Just be careful. Your cartoon cards have no power over Tarot Destroyer. Oh, I have power over Tarot Destroyer. Look, gone. It's so funny how people think they can frighten you. I'm so comfortable and confident in my life, and you're not, Tarot Destroyer. So you really need to go, it's got nothing to do. I'm going to absolutely block you. I'm going to report you, first of all, and I'm going to say that you are hate speech and graphic violence, just to make sure that we're aware. And now you're gone. Wassail, Sarah Jacks. So where are we going to go? I don't know. I'm not sure how this is all going to unfold. I'm feeling, because I've got all of the houses laid out, and let me just go to the chart and tell you a few things. On the chart, when you put in London 1215, and that's the moment when Pluto finally moves to 0 degrees of Aquarius, it's right on the horizon, coming out of the darkness and moving into the light. And there's so much activity that's in the light area. And what's below, it begins with sort of dark moon Lilith, bringing that energy of empowerment. So I'm going to keep an eye on that chart, but I think the way we're going to do this is allow the Alchemy of Astrology deck to direct us. Timestamps. Oh, my pen's so far away. So let me do a little timestamp here. I'm sorry, I'm still tittering at the idea that you can destroy tarot. So we're going to begin with a timestamp of 11/11. And we will find out what subject or what house and what signs, because actually all the way through this moment, it's kind of double signs. So, what are these? Oh, there's some spare cards that didn't get put in. So, I'm excited. I've got Petal coming to stay this evening. So, until Saturday, I'll have some company, which will be nice. Not that you're not all gorgeous company. And we're going to go visit Pachabak, I think, or however you say it. I need to look into it. So, let's begin. Where would you like us to look? Pluto. So, I've got Virgo, got Moon in Gemini, and I've got Chariklo. So, we've got two mutable energies transforming boundaries. So, let me go into my notes that I have on here. I keep accidentally creating additional desktops on my Mac. So let's find, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Virgo. Virgo straddles house 2 and house 3. So house 2 is dealing with I have. So it's possessions and resources. And the energy that I've been channeling around that this morning is the all room, the energy of everything, supporting us as we extend ourselves through a portal of possessions and understanding possessions around us in some kind of alternative way was what I was picking up there. So I'm just going to put Virgo and Gemini and Chariklo, and this is houses 2 and 3. So house 3, which is also the beginning in Virgo, is, I think, thought, communication and local environment. And here we have Ceres, and she's on the cusp of moving into Libra, on the cusp of some kind of empowered epiphanal thought process. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. I need a bit of tea. There's a label on the bottom of that cup that's never been washed off. Wassail. So So the general energy of this first part of Pluto in Aquarius is a transformation, an epiphanal thought process, a mutating of our thoughts. Then Gemini, let's just give a little dig down into what Gemini's up to, and then we'll get our story out with some other cards. So Gemini is dealing with houses 11 and 12. So this is about things that we can learn to transform and release. And it's about resetting boundaries, that we're coming back into Pluto like Wassail, Space Monk. So let's get the Paul Huson deck. Oh, I'm going all hot again. I've been fine all day. As soon as I sit down and sit in these energies, I'm like... So let's get the story. Let's get the story. Ceres, you see, Ceres being at 29 degrees of Virgo, going into Libra in house 2, is bringing us to a balance, and it's stepping across a threshold. And it is this notion of refining our thoughts, refining how we network, how we creatively think, and creativity will be your savior. So, oh, look, we begin hanging around. Well, because in a way we are. We're waiting. We're preparing for this transformation of boundaries now. You know, we're out this lunar eclipse, and holy goodness, I'm so glad we're out. So, oh, that hurt my chest slightly. For those of you that don't know, I got a new tattoo. And it's got a heel. So, Five of Cups. The Five of Cups in this deck is about looking inside your heart and seeing how you've lost, or it's lost its way. You've lost your way in your heart. And then the Knave of Coins, this one here, Lancelot, who grew up in the realm of Avalon, this is about bringing back a sense of magic to the world. Oh, look at that. The sun. The sun's in Aries at about 3 degrees, I believe. And so that's this light, illumination being shone down on a new start, on something brand new, something we can all work with. Yeah, creativity really will, Sarah, be the savior. I get this sense that mundane tasks, mundane work is all going to start to shift in the next 20 years. There's so much transformative energy, and it's such a massive renewal that I think we all need to find a creative passion, something that can carry us into 13 frequency, because this 12 frequency, that's what we're trying to break free from. We've got to get out of that energy, because that's where we've been stuck. We've all been stuck for a very long time. And it's time to pull the bliss of magic back into our existence. So let's keep going with this story of bringing magical light back to the world. So the first one, it's a big, massive fanfare. It's something really powerful. And then the second card was this one. So here we have 7 of batons. This is the energy of conversation, communication with each other. And that's not so much, look, I love all our stuff we do on the forum, but this is about being in communication in our locale with the people around us. And then we have decrepitude. So it feels like it's a big fanfare to discuss the death of an age, an old age that no longer serves the purpose of humanity moving forward. It's a huge transformation, this energy of networking. And there is something about Chariklo that's kind of the gentle revolution, transformation through joy, not transformation through anger. And actually, I think, we just check, but I think Mars is in the 12th house at this point. So it's that energy of Mars is on 29 degrees of Gemini, moving into Cancer, coming, releasing and allowing our sacral to recharge. That's gorgeous energy. I'm loving the cards at the moment. They've got such wonderful tales to tell to prepare us for something much more wonderful. Ooh, that was a bit of a blocker tarot, getting ready to destroy everything. Oh, freedom and mastery, 8-8. Wonderful frequencies. Let me just have a look. Mercury is at 8 degrees of Aries in house 10. House 10 is a really big, important house. This is about us coming towards the freedom to alchemize new solutions. It's amazing energy. I'm hungry already. I'm hungry for change, that's the thing. So I was hoping for one card, but we've got 3. Oh, look. The Empress. Unblocking blockages. This really is Pluto. The energy of Pluto unblocking the drain that's been going on for so long. The Moon unblocking secrets, lifting secrets up back out of the world. And then the 5 of Batons is this energy of both gold, as in the energy of the crown chakra, but it's also got all these 11 crowns. There's something transforming about the way energy will enter our consciousness when Pluto reaches Aquarius. It's amazing stuff, amazing stuff. So we're going to go with another area and just see where the cards take us. And then later when I've finished, I'll work out how these timestamps might work and what they might say. Because I don't know. So one was at 11:11. This second part of the story that we're telling is at 24. I'm going to wait because I want it to be 24. And I don't know what it's going to be. But so, the second story begins now. I need to put these ones back. Is everyone else as excited as me about the new energies? Can you feel the difference at the moment? So I pose a question and I'm going to ignore you. Just shuffling. So I had colour put on my tattoo yesterday, and because I was healing from the first day and then he was adding colour, I couldn't suppress the pain at all. And I just screamed like a big baby. Wassail Monica Swift. Well, I'm glad that you're new here. It's nice to have new people. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe because you'll have fun. Wassail. April, you're feeling compressed. Oh, we need that to lift, April. I feel so transformed by being out of that eclipse tunnel. And immediately I got the cards. Everything was lighter with the cards. There really was. So what we got? Ooh, look, here he is. Here is Mars. The iron in our blood and bones. Which, as I say, is house 12. So let's put that it's Mars. And it's house 12. Is it house 12 or house 11 and 12? Mars is in Gemini, so it is kind of 11 and 12. So it's what we release. And that's come up twice now. This energy of Pluto offering us this epiphanal moment to understand what no longer serves us. So we always hear that phrase and we bandy things about in the spiritual community, but this really is about identifying aspects of your life and your existence that just block you. So we have Saturn in Pisces, obviously. And Virgo's here again. So we've got a 16196. There's a sense of Tesla code without the inner understanding and trying to start over. That's the frequency that I'm getting from the numbers. So we've got Virgo, Mars and Virgo and Saturn. Interesting, I'm picking up on this energy of the C and the F musically, because that's about grounding our hearts into a non-judgmentalness. So the sense is the house 11, house 12 is identify the judgments you make on yourself and the judgments you make on others, and just let them go, because otherwise they're a source of anger within you, and that's not a frequency we want to be living in. So I guess I could give you those, because I did bring my whistle, because I couldn't remember where I put it. It was in the wrong part of my suitcase. So this is Saturn. Sorry, I'm channeling as I'm humming. So I'm channeling this notion of Virgo. It's that energy you had the other day, Virgo. It's that mutable energy. Open the earth. You opened it. It's time to get our Saturn frequency, that non-judgmentalness, and lock it into the earth and shut the door so that it can stay there. So that we make a conscious decision to let go of judging others, because the only way for us to heal is to stop, what's the word that I want to say? We've got to stop assigning blame to others. So that's really interesting. That is the energy that we opened with Tarot Destroyer. That's the kind of energy that they need to learn to let go of, that judgmentalism. I'm so glad that they popped by to give that frequency to us, to remind us of how you just hurt yourself by deciding. It's a very Aquarian energy to sit there and say there is only one answer for everybody in the whole world. I mean, it's a crazy mindset. You can't go down there. There are so many different individual thoughts, philosophies, cultures, religions, and you can't sit there in judgment of others for their beliefs. You have to find a point at which you work out, we all do, how people are entitled to their individuality. And yes, Mars is on the cusp of going in to Cancer, which is house 4, and that's the energy of where we are at home with ourselves. You can't be at home with yourself if you're angry at yourself or angry at others or frustrated. It just doesn't work. It doesn't alleviate your calm, your worries, and it doesn't create the right fluidity to vibrate into this new energy. Everything is changing. So let's have C, let's have that Mars note. So I'm getting that thing because, you know, as you all know, I travel around all over the place, exploring other cultures, and there's nothing I like more than seeing the differences that we have, but the commonalities that all people have. All people, at the end of the day, want to feel happy, not angry. So let's go. I should give that C again, sorry. Let's join them up. Now, a perfect fourth, which is C to F. Perfect fourths are meant to be part of the structure of the universe on which life hangs. So, let's go with the, I don't know why I can't say Golden Renaissance Tarot every time I want to say. I'm trying to remember not to bang the decks of cards into my chest, which is a habit I didn't know I did until my chest hurt. So, what's the story going on with Mars, Saturn and Virgo? House 11, House 12. So it begins with King of Coins, 10 of Coins. It's interesting, I'm fascinated by this card because it is the only card in the deck that doesn't contain any gold. Every other card is glittering, and yet it's a 10 of coins. You would think all the glitters is gold, but all the glitters is not gold. So this is the weight of the old frequencies. This is the weight of Earth epoch. It's very Earth physical energy. It's the fixedness, the rigidity of a kind of fixed Earth Taurian energy. And we need to always be aware of the fact that with the great conjunctions of Saturn and Jupiter, we have a generation born 1941 to 61 who are fixed Taurian Earth. And then we have the energy of the Generation Z, who were born 2000 to 2020. They're both fixed Earth, but they have a really different attitude to the energy of the Earth. Because actually the boomers and the zoomers are so different. The boomers, actually, they had Pluto in Leo, a lot of them. And that was always about kind of this energy of deifying leadership, believing that somehow that a leader had your best interests at heart. And actually, I think we're waking up to the fact that most of the time they don't. Really. They have their own best interests at heart. And that's very apparent at the moment. So now we have the Chevalier de Denier. So we have the Knight, but it's two knights. And there's something about this as being a more of a collective movement, and it's a slow movement heading in. There's something about this key. This is like Pluto unlocking the Aquarian doorway and going in and then going back out and going back in and going back out and then going in. And that's going to be very much us. Those moments where we're going to witness these energies that want to transform everything. And there's going to be a bit of apprehension because people are rigid with their emotions, with their thoughts, with their philosophies, and with their judgments, you know. And then we have the Ten of Batons. So we've got a 10-10 frequency, a transformative energy. This is about everyone having the key to their own personal heroics. That's the energy I'm hearing. The key to your own personal heroics. What's the point in watching a superhero movie when you could be your own superhero? Because we're moving into an era now in the next 2.5 years when Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, they're all going to move and transit through Aries. And that's going to be an age of heroes, but individual heroes to yourself. That's the frequency. So let's get some more of these beautiful cards. I feel like the burden, the weight of so much needs this Virgo energy. The get rid of all this unnecessary burdening of life. Bury it. You only need one wand each and a set of keys. Set keys to your own gateways. Set keys to your own futures. So let's give this a little shuffle. I want some more tea. I want some more tea. A little bit more of this story, please, Pluto. Oh, I nearly did it. Nearly banged my chest with the card. It's love. It's the energy of the Ace of Cups. And look, with one passion. It's like a unified passion. The other card that we have is the Eight of Coins. Becoming masters of our own destiny. You know, look, get off the horse. Ah, that's in the runes, in the horse rune. It's like, stop riding your horse, your steed. Stop riding your nightmares. Stop all of that energy. Get down from the fast lane and walk. Walk. Balance, I'm hearing. Balance. Physical balance. Practice standing on your own one leg, not two legs. Yes, walk. But you got to learn to balance on your own, standing on one foot. So what else? A sip of tea, what else? What else? A sip of tea. There's something about unsaddling. This is that house 11, house 12 energy. They're saying, look at the horses. Look at the bull. You know, you're still, as this journey begins, we're still on the horses. We're still riding that wave that we're used to. And we've got to get down now. We've got to get off and be our own destinies, but a collective destiny. This is no longer about a selfish frequency. That was Pluto in Capricorn. So what else do you want to tell us about Mars, Saturn, and Virgo? Mars, Saturn, and Virgo. So here we have Seven of Swords. There's two things going on in this card. Seven of Swords, exit, leaving, moving on from something. But there's something here which is that this is the superhero. You know, there's no string. There's no arrow that you see here. It's like your own power will transform the things that you fear. You have the power to melt the difficulties. We will all be empowered to melt those difficulties. Let me tell you what we've got as house 11. A rarefied present gateway to move forwards, to move towards, but feeling invigorated, feeling excited to move into that energy of the collective, and then to release, time to bind into your own personal power, and feel that energy of your worth within a collective, not your infallibility, no, your powerlessness. It's like being recharged, powered up. And now we've got a 2-2. So we've got the Two of Coins and the Two of Cups. This is transforming through the energy of love. I know I keep saying this over and over again, but love really is the answer hidden behind everything. It is the answer to heal everything. So, what am I seeing in this? I'm just seeing an energy of the collective reaching out. I'm seeing an energy of people offering each other support. I'm seeing an energy of like deals being struck on personal levels, personal understandings, that energy where we've moved from this fear that we're about to be hurt by the world around us to understanding that we make the world around us and we are the ones that make the world better collectively. We don't do it alone. We can't do it alone. It's too hard. But that's the energy, moving into a frequency of kindness. Even if you can't quite manage love yet, manage kindness to others. So let's see where we're going next. Where are we going? It's a pleasure, Parry. So let's give a timestamp for. I'm going to turn the page. I'm not going to have enough room. I get the feeling. So the next timestamp comes at 45. And I'm going to do it at 45 because I'm liking having 11, 22, although I wrote 24, and 45. I just want a series of really clean, easy numbers. So this is our third little story. Humility is part of the key. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't shuffle that well, but they were so determined to come out. She's back, people. Mary the Jewess, Alchemy. This is house 10 in many ways. So house 10 is Aries and Taurus. Oh, and there it is. This is the complicated house. Well, it's not complicated. We've got Moon in Aquarius. And we've got Magnet. And Taurus. So the general energy, house 5. We need to look at house 5. So we're looking at Mary the Jewess. Moon in Aquarius, Magnet, and Taurus. But house 5 as well. House 5. And 10. I've got 10 straight away. So house 5 is Scorpio and Sagittarius. And here we've got Psyche. And retrograding at 26. So house 10. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you what that one represents. Oh. So house 5, playfulness and pleasures, romance and fun, and personal creativity. This is the energy I channeled for this one was the future elven light, healing and protection as we sweep aside stains. This is about how we relate to each other and how we enjoy life. And we are getting that sense of it linking both to Taurus. So let me go for Taurus. House 10. This is the busy house. So house 10 contains Mercury at 8 degrees of Aries, Chiron at 15 degrees of Aries, Jupiter at 17 degrees of Aries, Vesta at 19 degrees of Aries, Eris at 24 degrees of Aries, the moon, I'll put that in the wrong place. The moon's at, I need to check that, hang on, I think I've written the moon wrong. The moon at 26, I wrote 16, I knew that was wrong. Because I do things in order. 26 degrees what? I just need to get that little note in. 26, 16. Oh no, I did put it in. I put it in twice. I put it once in wrong and once in right. And then you've got North Node at 5 degrees of Taurus. So getting closer now to the node shifting, because they always retrograde. Juno is at 6 degrees of Taurus and Venus is at 7 degrees of Taurus. So there's a conjunction. This is, I alchemize. Moving into the now, actioning ourselves into a new outer world. And the channeling was unbinding the soul to extend and grow empowered. there is this real energy of this age of Aries, the age of heroes coming, and this is like the opening fanfare of that frequency. Emotional freedoms being drawn towards our destiny of emotional freedom, merging our love energy. That's this energy of Juno and Venus. It's really pulling, drawing. It's a universal soul. And erotic entanglements. The congelation, the thickening of emotions. And they're newer. They're being redefined for us. So let's get some shamans on this. Let's get some shamans on this little story. We've got two shaman energies. So the Knight of Fire, and that is playfulness. That is that energy of House 5. This magnetize, choose to pull towards you playfulness. Do not be ashamed. Purification. This is the card that is the back of the deck. And this is kind of 8 of Cups frequency, but in the card, there's a kind of flower opening, blooming within the heart. We've got to let love in if we want to be playful. Because part of what stops us, Wassail, Katie, Bogran. Part of what stops us being playful is societal judgments. I remember going once to a party in a music recording studio in Switzerland, and at one point someone said to me, you know, all these really dull suited people drinking vintage champagne, their combined yearly wealth is more than the GDP of some small countries. And I just remember saying, what does that say about them? You know, they've hired a DJ who's playing tunes, and they're all too frightened to get up and dance because of the judgment of their own society. I just have to check this, because obviously I've got someone flying in, and it could be them. Give me a moment, people. Talk among yourself. I've got to send my address, which I have already done, and it's hard to find in among the photos because I forget when it comes in the photos. When I booked it, there it is. There we go, that's that done. So yes, we need to be purified of old totems, old energies. You know, we need to be playful. We need to be adult children. We need to get excited. I go on tours, obviously, now and then, with groups. Now that groups are allowed to sit together again. And my childishness I can feel everyone judging me for it, and I don't care. I'm like, you need to learn to be more playful like me. So, we need some more shaman energies now. Sorry, that was a diversion. But it's an energy of connecting with playfulness. You know, I am a big kid. And I am not going to change that because it keeps me alive. It keeps the world exciting for me. And that's what this is. Alchemize the big kid in you. So there's a little card that's come here. The Shaman of Agua. Look, there's a monkey. This is playing with emotions. It's time to be emotionally free. And what's going on around this? Massive amount of healing, but this is like a beginning healing. This is like a newness. You know, purify the old stale waters. One of the energies is something to do with chipping ice. Harvesting ice from the freezer of the past. Being empowered by past traumas. So that's about the self. Digging ourselves out of the freezer and going and playing that helter-skelter ride. So what else have we got? Look, the ancestral shaman, the ace of clouds, the five of drums. This is the old, that's the freezer, the toxic freezer you're in, and breaking free with the Empress, Madre de Tierra, the mother of the earth. Yeah, Pluto's going into Aquarius from a cardinal earth sign, going into an energy of fixed air. But it isn't just about Pluto. It's the energy of all of the other big generational planets all moving. As we know, Saturn on the 8th moved into Pisces, let go of things, transform things. And then I think Gaia, Uranus goes first into 0 degrees of Gemini, Neptune goes into 0 degrees of Aries, Jupiter's going to go back into Aries, and that's a kind of personal and generational planet. So there's all these massive zero energies coming, this time to transform. This energy here, the shaman ancestral is the magician. This is conjuring up new ideas, bringing new thoughts to us. And this is unblocking the toxic ice that's been surrounding us. That's very Neptune energy that I'm getting there. I'm not actually so sure what hundamiento means, but maybe one of you does. I could type it and do it, and it might just give me the right answer, or as it does sometimes, it just gives me the wrong one. Hundamiento. Sinking, yeah, that sinking feeling. Get out of that sinking feeling. This is about rising up. Look, they're showing you that the new philosophy coming in is the wonder, is the energy to move up towards. No more being drowned in earth energy. Because the earth energy is transforming. We're in air. We're in air. Where are we? We're in air. We're in air. So that's the third story that we're coming across today. Some more tea. It was a bit chilly now, but then it was made an hour ago. So let's begin the next story at 1 hour. 0101 is where the story will begin when we're ready for it. Where did I just put those? I didn't put them in to the deck properly. So let's just put them, and we're nearly at 010101. There it is, 010101, it's the fourth story. Wassail step. So let's go with what the fourth little story that we can expect coming towards us in Pluto in Aquarius. It's the magnet card again. I'm putting it back. I want them to fall. There's one. Where are we beginning? Salt. New things materializing. Fixed modality. Yes. Materializing new philosophies into an Aquarian house. But the Aquarian house at this point is actually house 7, I think. Yeah, Capricorn and Aquarius and Pisces going into house 8. So this is partnering and emerging. This is materializing new relationships, I would say. Ooh, so we have the sun. And there is Pluto. So, Pluto is the spine. It's like getting our backbones back, but everybody, collectively, it's that energy of social transformation. So, the sun is in, I think it's in house 9. You just look, house 9, Neptune and the sun. The sea, there's something about the cosmic ocean in this salt. So the sun's at 2 degrees of Aries, and Pluto obviously is in 0 degrees of Aquarius. So house 9 is exploring. So further learning and philosophizing. Wassail David. This is deep vision and self-understanding, bringing an energy of life force surging back towards us. And then Pluto, I have to check that again because I think it's my friend that's coming. So, and then we're looking at Pluto in house 7, which is, as I said, I partner, working together and sharing. And the channeled information that I was getting on house 7 was creating new anchors that help you to recognize and resolve life and begin to extend into a kind of gathering of the collective frequencies, a channel opens and it extends, and we need to extend and reach into the new now. It's that transformative. And the sun lost the sun is in house 9. I explore. So this was the energy of a rarefied ripening opportunities. That's what all of this transformative energy of Pluto moving is giving us, opportunities. So let's get a story on this. Let's get a story with Huson. Wassail min. Look, Pluto, king of coins, Alexander. This feels like the old Pluto somehow. This feels like the rigid, conquering, controlling emperor. So what's coming then? What's coming for Pluto? What's materializing now that Pluto's at 0 degrees of Aquarius? Oh. Death of the old world. Kings, queens, leadership, all of that. And then look, it's not like the French Revolution. This is a gentle revolution. This is a velvet revolution. This is a singing revolution. This is a collective kindness that brings a revolution. And then we have the 7 of Swords. Now that's another card coming along telling us about an exit. But this is like, this card always comes across to me as like spirit gossiping, the planets gossiping, they're planning, they're transforming, they're changing things, they're bringing the energy into a new format. And what's Pluto becoming? A lovely lady, becoming emotional. That transformation, you know, there's nothing we can do about this. Love will come forwards in this coming 2.5 years, and it will transform the life force of so much. I keep hearing, he's a lady, he's a lady. I've long had this energy since I was in Lisbon of Pluto being all loving. Wassail charity. So come on, tell us a little bit more about Pluto. Because, you know, a lot of people are just not going to believe that Pluto has got some kind of emotional gender fluidity going on. The moon. Again, this is that energy of esoteric, hidden emotions, hidden stories, something that hasn't been seen or illuminated is coming forward through Pluto. Remember, Pluto means riches, riches being bestowed, not on individual sort of, you know, just a handful of people, riches being restored to the collective. Oh, look, And this is significant. This is a really powerful energy for us all. It's the beginning of a new age. And again, 7 of Batons. People reaching out and communicating openly, honestly, kindly, gently, thoughtfully, respectfully. It's all of that kind of energy. So spirit instigates it. The cosmos, the planets, the music of the spheres begins a new symphony, and slowly we all join the dance. We have to join the dance. And there, look, this, I love this card so much. This is about us finding our individual passions. You know, there's something in this of being ignited, reignited by passions that you felt what kind of just not allowed to flow in the old frequencies. That use of fear, shame to make us fearful, that has to go. You know, people can't feel ashamed, because feeling ashamed blocks progress for all of us, the world, society. And then we have the 6 of Batons. This is the energy of victory. This is the energy of a new beginning. He carries a blank sheet of paper. This is a new time. This is a new energy. And again, we just keep getting this frequency. 2 of Cups. The energy of love coming through. So I just need to write down Salt, Sun, Pluto. It's like Pluto's getting energized, because if Pluto's in Aquarius, it's sextiling the Sun in Aries. It's got that energy of being materializing from the cosmic ocean. Yeah, emotions from the cosmic ocean, new emotions, collective emotions, growing emotions. It's gorgeous, gorgeous energy. So let's put those back, and we can do a 5th story. See where the 5th story takes us. Getting hungry. I've been hungry all the way through. Last time I stayed in this flat, I had no appetite whatsoever. This time I could eat the table. Thanks, Holly. I feel like every time I pick up the cards now, the cards just go, there's love and there's new emotions, and it's all going to be great. It is. Because do you know what? I'm an optimist. Me. So let's get, now we're going to have trouble with the numbers. I've got to work them out. So 73 will be 01, 13. Oh, it's 01, 14 by the time I get there. 011400. There it is. So let's get another little tail out of the deck. Lost my ability to whistle like a bird since I lost my teeth, but it'll come back when we get some teeth back. Moon in Pisces and Haumea. What am I getting? I'm getting like, don't daydream. Don't daydream. Birth, creativity. Don't dream, action, I guess is what we're saying there. But action through creativity. Moon in Pisces. Pisces. Is how Pisces house 8, Pisces house 9. And where is Hermea? She's somewhere like Scorpio. Yeah. She's retrograding. Ah, this is interesting. She's 0 degrees Scorpio. So this is this really is action your dreams, action your desires. You know, this is a chance to reset your essence, the door to your soul. But don't dream it, make it. There's something missing. I don't know what it is. What's this missing element? It's the Divine 9. I get that, but in what format? 6 and 9. Earth. Bring your dreams, your hopes, your wishes into the earth. Make them physical truths, not mental truths. Create, open the door to your soul and push your dreams into the 3D world. Because it's all very well for us to talk about the 5D, but our flesh doesn't live on the 5D. And for a long time, the 5D has been a kind of sirens. The 5D has been a kind of paltry excuse for not facing creating a better 3-dimensional world for everyone. It's a little bit of a kind of selfish escapism. And I'm sorry if that upsets people, but that's another of these philosophical truths I didn't even know was coming up. But that we need to appreciate and understand. There are, in the spiritual world, there are too many opportunities to put up some kind of spiritual boundaries around us, dreams around us, excuses around us for why we don't fix the world around us. The real world around us is calling to be fixed. Dreams are a wish your heart makes, from Cinderella. Yeah, we've all got to take responsibility for the fact that while our consciousness that can be on the 5D, don't get me wrong, but it's also linked to how we view the world in the 3D. And we need to see our world as a better place. It's our collective power that brings that transformation. If we keep seeing the world as dark and unchangeable, that's how it remains. The more of us that engage in the truth of being in the real world. So what am I going to call this one? This is like get 3D, you know, not dreamy. Get real. Make it happen. Let's go with the Golden Tower of the Renaissance. I remember the name then. So, remember, we are all an aspect of Source. We are all a multidimensional being through the soup of time, but that doesn't give us an excuse to hide from our obligations to this world. So, what's the story? What's the story here? So, the Papess, the High Priestess, that esoteric energy, that esoteric there's something about it being like a honey pot, but also a honey trap. You can get stuck in the world of spirit and not action anything in the world of the now. And then this, do you want to see the world like that? Do you want to see everything in life as a battle? Because it can be. Or do you want to see it, so instead of 9 of batons, do you want to see it as 5 of swords? This energy of us dressing the world up to be better, to be not with all this energy up in the air, but calm frequency of thoughts, golden collective souls working together. How do you do it? Be a kid. That was part of the message before, but it's, you've got to trust in your power, your ability to see the world through better eyes. Otherwise, we ignore others. It's no longer about a kind of selfish struggle. It's about a collective participation in something beautiful. So I have to check that again. I'm so sorry, people. It's all good. Everything's all good. What have we got here? We got King of Wands, and we've got Justice. So there's something here about earthing a new tune, writing a new melody that brings us into balance with the world, with this physical truths card. Being grounded, not being Moon in Pisces. That frequency, stop creating a fantasy world, create a better real world. That's the story, it's what I'm hearing. Create a better real world. So, I think this one was first. It's back again. New passions birthed from the decrepitude of the old. And we've got this card again. Moving. It's just reminding us this is not an instant solution. Oh. This is not an instant solution. We've got to move slowly. It's like a 2.5 year time frame. I mean, from today it's a little bit longer, but where are we moving to? We're moving to a perfect world. In a picture perfect world. So, a perfect world. We can make a perfect world. We can do this as we move through the energies that are coming in. It's powerful, transformative stuff. But we have to be creative with how we see the world around us. So, it's a 5th story. I think we're going to try and sneak in a 6th. Just one long love in this. In a picture perfect world, we can be more than we were. It's gossip, I think, if you're wondering. Right, so, oh no, hang on, timestamp. Stop going ahead. 84:48. I'm having that. 84:48. I'll work out what it means later as a time. 1 hour 24. 1:24:48. My brain's beginning to work again now. I'm not in high altitude. So, I want to just keep singing. In a picture perfect world, we can be more than we were. So, oh look, he's trying to come out again, Pluto. He's trying to come out again. Pisces. Keeping Pisces, which is Saturn. Saturn in Pisces. Oh! It's Neptune in Pisces. It's that house 10 again, isn't it? House 10. No, house 9. It's house 9. Explore. I explore. I explore. There's a big pile there. No. I want. Ow! I shouldn't have done that. Hygeia and Aquavita. The biome of life. Unclothing the biome of life. Unclothing the biome of life. So, house 9, a rarefied ripening of the biome. Interesting. Hygeia is in Sagittarius, I believe. If I remember rightly, where is Sagittarius? Miss, there we go. No, maybe, oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, Hygeia is in Aquarius with Pluto. This is biome-tastic. This is being given the chance to move from the fog of bad diet, bad food production. This is this energy being, what do I want to say? I want to say being drunk on, there's something about a kind of poor fermentation of the gut is what I'm getting with this energy of Aquavita, which is the quintessence, this dangerous remedy. The dangerous remedy has been poor diet. It's not helping us. It's fogging us. It's got that kind of ancestral energy. Let's go to Pisces. Let's check where. So this is a rarefied ripening. You see, there's something ripening in the guts. There's something off in our bellies. That's what I'm getting from this energy. A kind of dyspepsia or gastric troubles. And that's what we've got to fix. We've got to go preventative. What's preventative? Eating better. Eating more, I want to say more fermented foods before they go in rather than bad foods fermenting inside us. Interesting. So let's go with the Shaman. Because there is something ancestral blood echoes about this. It's like, there's something, this is really interesting. This is an ancestral blood echo coming back that's a really positive energy. We always look at things as the negative things that our ancestors have had to go through. Oh, 1221. 1221. Hang on a minute, that rings a bell as well. Let's go to the beginning. Let me just look. Something was mirroring. 1221. Chara closed at 12, and that was at the beginning with the oh no, it was Pallas Athena at 1551. Yeah, so this is a positive energy. This is an ancestral echo coming through the fog, of Neptune and Pisces, that clearing energy, that preparation for a new beginning. But it's an old story of your ancestors trying to reach out and remind you that they ate better than you. They had a better diet than you. Their guts worked properly. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, tune in to the story of the foods that your ancestors grew with. And there's something coming through about the energy of how over and over again at different points in history, poor diet has been introduced by controllers, leaders, governments, because if you weaken a person's body, they're less likely to stand up and be empowered against your rules. That was an interesting So, an ally, I need to look up that word. It's perderse. Perderse. Get lost. You have an ally, your ancestors. Your ancestors are your ally in finding your way back to health, finding your way back to biome. Biome is really, really important. In fact, a bad biome, a damaged biome, it stops your consciousness interacting fully with your physical body. Your biome is the interface between these two things, your body and your consciousness. And that also affects people's ability to be truly, powerfully spiritual. Because this transformation that's coming now, nothing scares power more than knowing that people have a higher power that they're connected to and that it's themselves. Because that's the biggest problem here. We're empowering ourselves. I feel like I'm on a political soapbox through the biome. Look, healing. This is healing. The spirit of the mother serpent. This is Gaia consciousness energy. This is the energy of Ophiuchus connected to the world. The skirt of Gaia is made from the snakes that roam all over the land. And the Ace of Cups, love. It's almost, love is the interface that can't fully express itself when the biome's dysfunctional, when it's foggy. It's time to release it. I have to check that ping again. Excuse me one moment. That was somebody else. It doesn't need answering at the moment. So what else about this biome that the ancestors are trying to pull towards us? Yeah, look, it's the maestro of the drum. This is kind of emperor frequency. This is the tune of the body, is being fucked up by a lack of good biome. You know, kefir is a great one, whether it's water or whether it's a yogurt-based one. A lot of the things that you eat and drink that say that they've got bifidus in them, they get killed by the stomach acid, whereas kefir can get through, and it can deliver up to 250,000 different bacteria to help support your body. You need the rhythm of, it's like the rhythm of food, the rhythm of the biome. The biome talks to the consciousness and the body. It's the interface for us. Look, this here, this 9 of earth as it is it's somebody seated in this frequency in the real world. This person's not, but this person is alive with their biome interfacing with their body. And then we have the precision of the vision. You've got to make that happen to yourself. I can't force feed you. No one can force feed. Well, people can be force fed, but the point is you have to choose to transform your biome yourself. You have to choose to have a greater variety of food. And we also have to start demanding better food, affordable food. You know, in Britain at the moment with the cost of living crisis, people can't afford to cook at all. They're just eating cold food that's ready-made and full of shit and preservatives. Bye, Steph, if you're off for a moment. This card is just coming across as like spirit, your ancestors trying so hard to call through this frequency, but also this energy of you fearing the diversity of the foods around you. I read a long article actually the other day about a guy who just can't eat properly, and it's causing a thing through his whole life because he can't go to dinner at someone's house. They say, is there anything you don't eat? It's like everything. He just doesn't eat everything. And he went to someone who's helping him to get over that, and he's really happy exploring foods that he could not put in his mouth now. This is the spirit of Father Crocodile. It's an ancient energy coming through. It's that ancestor energy. It's just waiting for you to decide to move with this energy and feed yourself better. But feeding ourselves better includes looking at how still famine and starvation and war are used as tools against other people. We have to stop these things. We have to feed the world properly, sustainably, healthily. So, food. Was our 6th one, and we're now at 99. That's a perfect number because I love the number 99. That's a perfect number at which to end-ish our little peep at Saturn. You know, at the moment food prices are being pushed up, they say, because of the war in Ukraine. I've never picked up any food and it said country of origin Ukraine. I'm not saying Ukraine doesn't grow food. It does, but it's not like the entire world's food is made in the Ukraine. There's a terrible habit all over the world. Food is going up with inflation, and it's got to stop. Sorry. It's got to stop. So, beautiful people, what's going on with you? Yeah, I think a lot of the time in the spiritual world, Holly, we forget that. We go all on that, oh, I've got a new meditation, or I'm doing some yoga, but it's what we put in our bodies. That really matters to us. I've been having lots of chicha morada that I've been making from scratch. And obviously I'm eating way too many potatoes because they're so gorgeous here. So beautiful people. Yeah, kimchi's lovely. Miso is another good one. Exactly. There are so many fermented foods. The only problem is quite often the food industry has been very smart, and a lot of things that are fermented that are full of good energies and bacteria for us, you have to pasteurize them or sterilize them before you can sell them, and then that kills all the goodness in them. That's why a lot of the time how we make our own foods is really key, because we can choose how we make things and we can keep them fresh and vital. The food industry just wants to make the shelf life of food as long as possible, and they don't care. I mean, I don't know the answer, but if you can put preservatives in food and it makes it have a long shelf life, what might the preservatives do to our bodies once we've consumed it? I don't know. I'm not a food expert. Just reading the messages that are coming through. So, lots of thumbs up, which helps me. And if you can send me donations, which helps me to buy that good food that I so love to put in my body. Oh, Wassail, Luana, thank you too. So, beautiful people, look, I'm going to show you a little bit of my tattoo before I go, because there's a little bit of colour just there, look. Whoa! Because it's a water phoenix crow. And now I need to take this shirt off and put some coconut oil on it. And put a normal t-shirt on that I can move in. Yeah, I always grow herbs in windowsills during the winter, and outside in the summer in window boxes. There's all kinds of ways to bring the real world into us, but we've got to increase the goodness of the food that we eat and the diversity of it. So, beautiful people, that's it for today. It's always wonderful to spend time with all of you. I love doing it. It's so much fun. So, beautiful people, Wassail Margaret Hughes. Thank you, Anne Hilton. Thank you to my moderators. And I'll create some timestamps, stories I don't have titles for. Okay, beautiful people, wassail again.